From now, this country will be going into a general election, the kind of election that will determine the future and the fate of the country. And fellow Nigeria, the question is, are you ready to reboot Nigeria in every form, in every ramification? Welcome to ObiDatti Family TV. Welcome to ObiDatti Update. This is a place where we give you updates and happenings around Peter Obi, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party. I am Jamie Joy Origomisan, and with me is King Kamsi.
Yes, you're welcome to ObiDatti Update. This is an amazing show where we get to keep you updated on what's happening around the ObiDatti campaign train and how it's spanning, even with the obedience who are taking in it on them in their own different walks of life and contributing to the campaign of Mr. Peter Obi and his running mate Yusuf Datti Baba Ahmed. On this show this morning, it's going to be one of a kind. We're going to be seeing things from a different point of view. Obviously, we've spoken to a lot of support groups on the show. We've spoken to a lot of health enthusiasts on the show. Yeah. We've spoken to doctors as well, health experts as well on the show. We've also spoken to teachers. We've spoken to legal practitioners on the show as well. But today we're taking it a notch higher, and we're going to be speaking to a tech entrepreneur who has decided to take it on himself to make sure that this election is not just free and fair, but also credible, just like the president has constantly promised. But these days, we don't take the words of the president or even INEC for it. We're looking at independent obedience who have decided to take upon themselves and citizens of Nigeria. I remember we had a guest on the show that spoke about there being 4 arms of government and not 3. You know, usually it's spoken about that we have the legislature, the executive, and the judiciary, but everybody keeps forgetting the office of the citizen, which is one arm of government that we need to hold dear to our hearts, because we are the citizens, and definitely the office of citizen should be recognized as one of the beautiful arms of government. Yeah. So ladies and gentlemen, let's not drag you away from the discussion for today. We're keeping it quick and we're rushing straight into it. Today we have on the show a tech entrepreneur, one man who has decided to take it upon himself to make sure that this election is credible, is free and fair, and there's representation of equity, justice, and fairness at the polls come 25th of February, which is this Saturday, and it's not very far away. We're speaking today with Mr. Kingsley Uka. Mr. Kingsley, you're welcome to the show this morning. Thank you so much for joining us, and it's amazing to see that you're joining us today all the way from Canada. It's actually amazing to have you from Canada. I don't know what the time is in Canada, but I'm sure it's pretty late, and you're up to you this time joining us on the show. Thank you so much for stretching out.
Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, so thank you so much, like we said, but now let's move straight into discussion. You are a tech entrepreneur, and you've decided to invest in making this elections in Nigeria a free and fair election. And right now, a lot of Nigerians have been beckoning on INEC, the government, and even independent obedience like yourself, that everybody should do everything possible to make sure this election is free and fair and is not jeopardized in any corner. And right now, speaking to you, we've heard of some of the good works that you have been putting in to make sure that this election is actually free and fair. And one of them is the creation of an app for the monitoring of the election on the 25th of February, which is this Saturday coming, by the way. So tell us briefly the name of the app and the aim of this app, basically.
The name of the app is a real live streaming app, and the aim is to help checkmate electoral violence and incidents that will be happening at the polling units across Nigeria. Basically, we know that there are over 120 million Nigerians that live in diaspora, and all these people have family members based in Nigeria. They are very much invested, just like myself, to see a good Nigeria that works for every one of us. So with that said, this app will give them the opportunity and also give everyone around Nigeria the opportunity to stay in your polling unit or in your homes and see what is happening across all the over 170,000 polling units in Nigeria. So it's a live streaming app where the users that will be on the polling unit are going to go live and record using their mobile phone or a tiny Wi-Fi camera that we also created, using those to go live at the polling unit where they are. Now, when they go live, all the viewers that are all over the world are going to be able to click on the app and join to watch in real time what is happening at those polling units. So the app is already available in both app stores, both the Android and the iOS, and is available at the moment in over 180 countries of the world. So while the live streaming is going on, users also have the option to activate SOS alerts. How the SOS alert works is, let's say you are in a polling unit and there is an incident. You observe that the ballot box have been snatched away by some thugs. Or maybe let's say you observe children voting in your polling unit or any violent activity going on in your polling unit. You have the option on your screen as a host while you're streaming to activate the SOS. What that does is that on this our unique app, you have a dashboard where all the polling units across Nigeria will be alphabetically arranged. On this dashboard, you can click to select the polling unit of your choice and just watch whatever event that is happening at that polling unit. So it now, when the SOS is activated, you can see on the screen, the alarm bell rings there. It sends out a notification to everyone that is watching across that, hey, there has been a ballot snatching at this polling unit. And now everybody can easily see those SOS and click to watch whatever incident that's happening there. And again, I want to mention that this app automatically saves all live streaming to the iCloud. So nobody can interfere with that. Once they are all saved, Obedient or the Labour Party can retrieve them and utilize them, the video clips, as they wish after the election. And then also, all the polling unit results, people can equally go on this app and check the results in real time as they are being counted in each of the polling units. So it's an app that keeps you informed and updated. And in order to motivate the users that will be streaming, or the host that will be streaming in all those polling units, we've added a gifting option so that people that are watching your live stream, if they feel impressed by what you're doing there or the coverage that you're giving them, they can easily tip you. They can send you all sorts of monetary gifts there that you earn lots of money in US dollars. You accumulate those money on the platform while you go live. And then at the end of that, if you wish to redeem your money, you can easily let us know, send a request to withdraw your money on the application, and we will send you your money. So in a nutshell, like I mentioned, the app have lots of unique features to help Obedient at the polling unit to checkmate, to make sure that their vote, when they vote, that the election is peaceful and their vote is counted well. And it also helps Obedience all over the world to keep everybody informed, show us or show everyone what is happening at the polling units.
It's actually very brilliant observations that you made there. Okay, but quickly, let's date back to some of the things that you pointed out, and the concerns of some of the obedience and also Nigerians generally, including those who are not obedience now. But the part of network being a problem in Nigeria, does the app need to work with network? How exactly does it work? And also tell us some of the avenues where this app can also be gotten and how it operates. And maybe a stay back of the name again, so for those who are watching.
Thank you so much for pointing out that question. What we've done is that we observed that network is an issue in Nigeria. So we've considered all various network bandwidth that we have there in the country. We've made the app in such a way that with low network, you can be able to utilize the app and stream and have high definition quality videos on it. So that's also a plus there. With that, I'm pretty sure about 80 to 90% of obedience will be able to use it very well in all the polling units across wherever they are. So that one is also to help them out there. And with regards to being able to cover up, let's say, pick up or people being able to stream from wherever they are, we made it easier in such a way that wherever you are, you can easily tap on the app, go live. You can also easily tap on the live on the app also to be able to watch the live stream from all over the world wherever you are.
Okay, Mr. Kingsley. Once again, thank you very much. You spoke intensively about this particular app, but I want to ask, what actually inspired you to innovate this app?
The inspiration to innovate the app it came to me after the NSAS incident in Nigeria in 2020. I was disappointed that the government could go to the Lekki toll gate and take time to remove all the cameras there before being able to go back at night time to shoot the people, the innocent youth protesting. I was very disappointed at that. So that was what got me thinking. How do I create a platform that will be free for Nigerians to utilize and be able to stream or monitor the occasion or the event in situations like that? And then at first, my idea was to give them a platform, let's say in situations like that, even if the government removed such cameras, the Nigerian youth can also have access to their own tiny Wi-Fi cameras or utilize drones if they have the license to fly them and be able to stream live on this platform. We've completed those ones. You can use our tiny Wi-Fi's that you can get on our website, www.reallife.com. When you get these Wi-Fi cameras, how it works is a very small Wi-Fi that when you place in the palm of your hands, it stays there. It can cover, nobody will see it. It has a high glue at the back of it that you can glue to any surface at all, and it sticks there. You can glue it in your car to use it to check, maybe monitor all those police brutality that happens on the road, or you can use it in your house and keep it there just to monitor all those maybe police that, or maybe EFCC that comes illegally in your house, in your homes, invading your homes to search you without warrant and all those kind of incidents. So it gives people the room to be able to stream. And then when I was building that, I know that the election would be coming. So I was also thinking of a way to expand it to help Nigerians cover the election. Because I grew up in Anambra State. I'm from Orumba South in Anambra State. In my local government, during election time, ballot box snatching is a norm. It's something that most times everybody will queue in at the ballots on their polling unit to vote. But at the end of the whole thing, nobody will end up voting because some thugs will come around, take the ballot box, go somewhere else, thumbprint. At the end, you will hear the results, and nobody there voted, but the result will be announced. So I wanted the people, the government, the international community, I wanted an avenue to bring this to their attention. Because what happened is, at the end of election, there will be aggrieved parties, especially the parties that will lose the election. And at that moment, nobody really cares how you lose the election. And if you don't have any proof, any fact to back up your claims that the election was rigged, you can never prove that in the court of law. And such proofs, even if you bring your witnesses, eyewitnesses or observers who will tell you in the courts that, hey, we saw these guys come in here, steal the ballot box and all those stuff. The judges in most situations or in most cases may not believe you, because it's a case of every party have their members, and their members can easily come to attest in the court that the reason why the election did not go in their way, in their own favor. So I wanted an avenue that was bring those to the international community, bring the attention to that, and help them take a peek in real time what is happening at those polling units. Because I know that about 90% of the people that we have in all those political offices, none of them get there by merit. All of them, majority of them get there by either one or two forms of electoral violence. That's how they go there. So I wanted to help play my own role to help in checkmating this as much as I can.
Okay, so Mr. Kingsley, a whole lot of experiences that you've put in there, and I'm sure that's something that every Nigerian has experienced in one way or the other. Even if you've not experienced on ground, definitely you've heard stories of how irregularities have been run during the election. But particularly, I want to ask, creation of app is not something that's it's done in one day. Sometimes it takes months, weeks. In very outstanding cases, years. So how long did it take you to put together this real app or real live streaming app?
Thank you so much for pointing out that too. Like I said, the idea came in 2020. I started building on the idea, nurturing it. If you open up the app, you'll see that it's well loaded with so many features, so many unique features that most of them you're not going to see in other applications. So I started working on it, putting it together with my team back in 2001. It started off with ideas, trying up stuffs here, making it in a way, knowing fully well as a Nigerian myself, what will appeal to the people, to youth in Nigeria, what will entice them and make them actually get to use these platforms. So I started building on that in 2021. And then in 2022, we moved over to the hardware sections where we have to develop these unique Wi-Fi cameras that people can use as surveillance in their homes. Creation of that piece of hardware and integrating it up on our application took a whole lot of time for us to be able to come up with that feature on its own. And then also perfecting the electoral monitoring and election monitoring and all those other live streaming elements of it in order to make it specific to the Nigerian system. It took us, I would say, over a year to put everything together.
Over a year. That's so much dedication to it. But well, let's quickly date back. Repetition is some of the ways that people could pick up easily. I want you to state clearly the advantages of having the real live streaming app on your phone. Advantages of it. Let's say to the people.
The advantages of having the real live streaming app on your phone on the election day is that it helps you a lot with monitoring the election. It helps you a lot to let everyone see what is happening in your polling units. You're going to be like the eye in your polling unit through which the world will get to see what is happening where you are. As you see it, you record it, and everyone will join you and see that in real time. That's one big advantage of it. Another advantage is that it will help us to checkmate electoral incidents. In the past, when the government, when the politicians, when they do all their rigging or all those ballot box matching and all those different incidents that they would do at the polling unit, afterwards, they end up denying that all those things never happened. At the end, they will also go to the court, or if you bring those up to the court, they will tell the lawyers or the judges there that those never happened, and the videos were all doctored. So we are bringing to the world a video recording of all those events that will be authentic. International communities can easily join in, or Nigerians all over the world can easily key in and watch what is happening in your polling unit. Now you have the opportunity, another advantage is that you have the opportunity to alert the world of what is happening at your polling unit in real time. When an incident is happening, let's say there are kidnappers that invaded your polling unit. When they invade your polling unit, all you need to do, or maybe some people, some thugs, just they're beating people or taking away the ballot box, all you need to do is to activate the SOS alert. When you do that, the cops can easily key in and use all those SOS, because what happens is that they can get the location, the cops can get the location for those specific polling units and be able to respond in real time. It's no longer a case of the policeman that was there was bribed and then he keep a blind eye. He's not reporting anything. No, it's now above that particular policeman that is in your polling unit, because now you're bringing it to the attention of the bigger audience, which is the entire Nigerians and the international community. And now they can hold another different police unit or the IGP accountable and say, hey, look at here. In this polling unit, this is what is happening. Can you send other guys or call your guys to the attention and make sure that at least they checkmate or they control that situation in real time? So this is like an eye to help Obedient to see all over the world, to see what is happening in those polling units. Those are some of the advantages of the app.
Oh, okay, Mr. Kingsley. Quickly, I want to know, this app is one of its kind, okay? But I want to know, in the process of creating this app, was there any form of challenge?
Yes, we had a whole lot of challenges in the process. Some of them were, we had a financial challenge. We spent hundreds of thousands of dollars in building the platform. And we made it free for Nigerians to watch, to use it. That's a financial challenge there. And then another challenge was also being able to assemble the team of software engineers and developers with the required expertise to be able to build this app was also a challenge. It's also part of the reason why it took us that long to be able to get it done, because setting up such team is not something that you just go on and bring a bunch of guys on the street and then have them do this. No, it takes some extra level of skills for us to be able to do that. And then also doing some software back and forth, getting Nigerians to participate and getting Nigerians to do some opinion poll to see if this is what they would like to see or all those kind of things. It was also a challenge. In one of the polls that we had, over 70,000 Nigerians participated, and they were all interested in using this platform to be able to monitor the elections in Nigeria. So we had a whole lot of challenges, and I'm very glad that we were able to navigate and find our way through them at the end.
Okay, to move on, because we're almost out of time. Tell people where they could get the app, or the stores they are on. I believe is on Play Store, is on Apple Store. Where else can they get the app as well? And also with that, tell them, other apart from the elections, I believe moving forward, the app could also be of very many useful things to them away from the elections as well. So clear them on that too.
Thank you so much. The app is available on both the Apple Store, the iOS, and also on the Google Play Store. So go on, if you're using Android, you can go on your Play Store or you can go on your Apple Store to download the app. It's available for use. And then also, we also have a long-term vision in mind with regards to creation of this unique platform. We want a situation whereby Nigerians can be able to monitor, keep themselves safe. Because if you check our system, you see that one of our biggest challenges in Nigeria is security. In one time like that at the church in Oyo, some people invaded the church and killed lots of Nigerians there. Such incidents is something that could be prevented, or is something that at least maybe people can also, with the use of our surveillance cameras or maybe our mobile application, people can also see or easily identify those individuals that carried out such inhumane activities at those areas. So we have on our website, www.reallife.com. You can go there. You can make a purchase of, for our cameras. They are Wi-Fi cameras. They are wireless cameras. You can easily plug them to electricity and charge them. When they are fully charged, they can last you up to 5 days. You can also keep them charging as long as you can. If you have a light issue in your area, that's where the battery that it has, the backup batteries comes into play. So you can use those cameras to be able to monitor your homes, your offices, your schools. So that way, when your child is in this school, as a parent, we've heard of so many incidents that happens in school these days. Your child will die in school, you don't really know what happened to him or her there, and then everybody at the end is pointing fingers here and there. You end up maybe either believing whatever the teachers tell you as a cook-up or cover-up stories. So as a parent, if your child is in the school, all you do is to keep those cameras, the Wi-Fi cameras in the class where your child are. All the parents that have their kids there can easily key in, download the app, and use the app to monitor their children wherever you are. That's the benefit of it. You can have the app in your house in Nigeria, let's say in Oka, for instance, in Anambra State. You can sit down in UK or in US and be watching in real time what is happening there. It will show you everything that's happening there. That's the camera that you have there. And not only that, the camera has a night vision. So at night time, it changes. It will show you clearly what is happening there. If somebody passes there, you will see that person very well. And it also can pick up sound. So if there are conversations that are going on around that area, you'll be able to hear them clearly. It doesn't have any light on it, so nobody will actually know there is a camera there watching them. It's very tiny. You can hide them whichever way you want. So it's something that people can also put in their cars. If you're driving in Nigeria and you're driving, let's say you're off-road driving, and then the police, especially these ones they call SARS, that don't have the human heart, when they stop you on the roadside, if you ever pull up your phone to record or to video them, you're putting yourself in harm's way. They can easily kill you and dump you somewhere, or maybe call you a criminal or something like that. So the best thing to do is to get our Wi-Fi cameras that you can put on your dashboard in your car when you drive it. So as soon as you get there, you don't need to get your phone to record. All you do is just you activate the camera at the back of it. You just click on it, it's on. You come down to the app, you just set it to stream. When the app is streaming on the camera, you have the option to either make it public or to make it private. So when you click on to make it public, everyone will get to see what is happening there. And the cops or whoever is there will not know that you're recording them with the camera. Or when you make it private, it's only you and whoever you give access to watch it are the ones that will be able to watch those stuff. So we've put in lots of work in making this app with the hope of making sure at least that Nigerians, wherever you are in the country, you're able to take care of yourself, you're able to protect yourself, since the government can do that for us.
This is quite a revealing episode, and I must say I'm really impressed with everything I've heard. This is one of a kind, and trust that after this program, I'm downloading the real live streaming app on my phone as well to make sure that we're safe. Because, like you mentioned, security is quite a discussion in the country at this time, and every Nigerian needs it. So even away from February 25th, the app still remains very useful to every Nigerian. But particularly, you need the app on your phone before February 25th so we could monitor the election and make sure that the election is free, fair, and credible. Thank you so much, Mr. Kingsley. I can't say thank you enough. You're one of those Nigerians in diaspora who has taken Nigeria as a country to heart and Nigerians as a people to heart. And that's the reason why I believe that you put this together, bringing a solution to one of the most dreaded issues that we have in Nigeria, which is problem of security. So thank you so much. And thank you for joining us. Do you have any final words, anything you'd love to say before we call it a wrap on the show today?
One last thing that I want to say to Nigerians is, in the past, the politicians have made us to believe so much. They've sold that to us that our votes don't count. They say that because they don't want you to participate. They don't want you to come out on the election day. But that's a lie. If the vote don't count, they won't be spending so much money to rig the election. Right now, we see how everybody's crying, especially the politicians, not the Nigerians, because of the Naira policy. It's because it's hurting them. It's because that's the bulk of the whole thing. That's where it starts. Go out on the election day, participate, vote for Peter Obi. When you vote for Peter Obi, do not go back to your home. Stay back and protect or monitor your vote. Follow them wherever they carry the ballot box to, or after the counting or whatever, until the result is released, announced, and the job is done. Follow them. Just dedicate that one day that is already a public holiday. There are so many things that can kill that government, don't take care of. That can kill us there in Nigeria. Insecurity, the depreciation in Naira, the dwindling economy, a whole lot of things. There are a million things that can kill us in Nigeria. That day is the day for us that we all can dedicate. Is a day of liberation. Is a day that we can participate and vote for PO. Those of us that are from Anambra State have seen what PO did when he was governor. I grew up in Anambra. I was in Anambra when PO was governor. The road in my state, in my village, was built by PO. And it's still very solid to date. The school there, he revamped it. PO don't even sell himself very well. And that's the fact. He did far more than he talked about sometimes during his election. So please, we can't miss this opportunity to get him, this opportunity to change the status quo in Nigeria. This is the only time that we have. If we ever miss it, it can never come again in our lifetime. We are very close. We are very close to the finish line. And we've done so much job so far. So please, I am appealing to everyone to go out on that day, participate in the election, vote, and make sure that your vote is protected. And as well, download the real live streaming app. Those of us in diaspora that have spent so much money in funding this election as much as we can, all of us on that day will be looking, scrambling all over the places, looking for a place to we can watch or see what is happening. This app has provided us with the opportunity to see all the polling units in Nigeria in real time, to watch them. So please, do us the favor of streaming the election from your polling unit on that day. Go live. If you see any incident that's happening that you're not comfortable with, activate the SOS alert. Let Nigerians, let the international community get to see what is happening there. This app is one of a kind. It's not controlled by the Nigerian government. It's not the kind of thing that you say, okay, DSS is going to shut it down on that day, or Nigerians are going to shut it down. No. We've utilized one of the best security systems in the world to protect it. So all your live recordings are well protected. They are there. Even if somebody take away your phone while you're streaming, we have the records in place. Even if they delete it from your side, we have it saved to the cloud. So they cannot take it away from you. We have all those documented. So please go out on that day, participate, protect your vote, stream record the incident and stream it on our mobile application, the real life streaming app. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Kingsley. Thank you very much. It's quite an insightful episode, and there's a whole lot that has been said, a whole lot needs to be learned as Nigerians, and trust that definitely we believe that Nigerians are going to make the right choice. It's just 5 days to the election, and those who have the PVCs are ready. And yes, we've constantly got complaints about people who couldn't get their PVCs, but we're saying that for those who couldn't get, please make sure you're one of those who keeps the conversation alive, while those who have their PVC get to the polling unit that day and exercise their franchise and make sure that Peter Obi wins this election, because this election is so important to our binding as a nation, to our unity as a nation, and to what Nigerians should expect come the future. If the past 8 years was that terrible, just imagine what it could be moving forward if we don't get the right man on the job. Okay, so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Kinsley. Thank you for joining us on this episode. We appreciate so much and believe that everybody listening right now is going to make a wise choice and download the real live streaming app and make sure that the elections on that day is properly surveyed on that app, and the surveillance is going to be one of a kind, because the security system that has been attached to the app, from everything you've explained, is actually a wonderful one and one to watch out for. So thank you so much. Okay, and Joy. So right now is already wrap time on the show.
Exactly.
Yes, we have just a few minutes to round up. Quickly, I just want to say thank you to everybody who has been, watching the show, who has been keeping heads up with us on the show, right here on the ObiDatti Update. There's one thing particular about the candidate of the Labour Party that has been, everybody says the same thing, that he doesn't sell himself enough. Looking at all his achievements while he was governing Anambra State, even after his tenure as the gubernatorial, as the governor rather, in Anambra State, he also went forward to still become one of those on the cabinet of the then president, Goodluck Jonathan. And according to Goodluck Jonathan, all of the advice and words that Peter Obi gave and contributions he gave to the team helped the economy of Nigeria to have a good jump at that time. And from then to now, we could see that his humanitarian endeavors didn't end. And this is a divine mandate. It is time that Nigerians take up and do what they are supposed to do. We've heard a lot of stories about people who are selling lies, especially in the northern area of Nigeria, up north, selling lies to people about how the man Peter Obi is tribalistic and all of that. But we're out here to tell you that it is a lie. It is not true. And he's constantly come out to tell us times outnumbered how all his ADCs and how some of the close associates he worked with while he was in government were Muslims and also Northerners. And also look at what happened recently on social media, where a particular man came out, a Muslim came out to tell people how Peter Obi celebrated their fast with them while he was governor, the breaking of the Ramadan fast with them. He came, he feasted with them, ate their food, drank their wine, to show that he is pan-Nigerian. It's not based on tribe, it's not based on religion. This election is based on credibility, based on accessibility, based on competence, based on character, and based on vision, based on compassion. And all of this, we're looking out to see that Nigerians will make sure to make the right choice come 2023.
Exactly. And only Peter Obi is the man that is suitable for the job. When you talk about capacity, competent, Peter Obi is that particular man that is ready to deliver all to us, and the only credible candidate that is better and ready to restore the glory of Nigeria back to Nigeria. And like we said, that the election is 5 days from now. I believe we are all ready to reboot Nigeria back to its normal state, to take Nigeria back from the hands of Viper. I do call them forces of darkness and principalities. Yeah.
It would be wrong if you use that word principalities, because that's what it seems like right now. And we're seeing what is happening in the camp of the APC, with the currency, swap, and everybody is beginning to, have a high jump in their camp, and if they claim, I saw a particular spokesman of the APC saying that they just need the currency not to be swapped so they could buy, minerals and biscuits for some of the people who are going to be working for them. And I'm asking, you need billions of naira in cash to buy sweets and biscuits and mineral and all of that, a lot of fanciful and very ignorant excuses we keep saying from the party of the opposition parties. But right now, Nigerians are saying to them that it's not going to be business as usual. Exactly. This election is one where Nigerians will stand as one to make a unanimous decision. And that unanimous decision is the decision that is going to bring in Peter Obi and Yusuf Datti Baba Ahmed as our presidential candidates and our vice presidential candidate. So Nigerians, hold forth, no fret. Just make sure that this time we're going to make sure that the right decision is made and stood by. It is quite a wonderful episode that we've had today on the ObiDatti updates. It's really amazing to see that everybody who stayed up to this time while watching this. I'm sure you enjoyed the show, and I'm sure you're going to get the real live streaming app from your Google Play Store or your iOS store, and make sure that you monitor the elections properly. And please make sure you also follow us on all of our social media platforms on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. It is ObiDatti Family Television, ObiDatti Family TV. Yes, that's where you could get us. And you can also shoot us up on WhatsApp if you're a member of a support group or you're one of those obedients who's been gearing and fighting vivaciously to make sure that Peter Obi and Yusuf Datti Baba Ahmed wins this election. Please hit us up on WhatsApp. We want to speak with you. You could join us on the show here, and we're going to talk with you extensively and see what is looking like in your area, what has been done, and what needs to be done further. It's just a few days to the election, and at this time, we're speaking about being assertive. Now, assertion needs to be spoken about in every area. Look at the North. P2B is the conversation in the North. Look at the West, is the conversation in the West. Look at the South, the conversation in the South. Even down to the East, he's the conversation everywhere. Everybody's speaking about him. Everybody knows that he is the preferable candidate of Nigerians. Everybody wants him. So all you need to do as someone out there who already has your PVC is to make sure that you don't sleep on a bicycle. Go to that state, go to that local government, go to that polling unit, that area where your polling unit is located. Make sure you are there 2 days or 3 days before and go and vote right. Vote Peter Obi into power. Vote for a better Nigeria. Vote for a possible Nigeria. Vote for a Nigeria that's going to be okay for you, for myself, and for Joy. Okay. I think that's right.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Thank you guys for this episode, and make sure you keep it right here on ObiDatti Family TV. That's what Diary is going to come up at exactly 12. So make sure you don't leave this wonderful channel. Stay with us.